Mixing watercolour skin tones. I spent hours Googling and wrote down a nice list of colours to mix. I wanted to create a useful palette for different shades of skin tones. I nipped to the shops and I picked up a nice cheap plastic palette to mix larger quantities. I ordered this palette direct from Winsor and Newton online. It's called Cotman Watercolour Floral Pocket Set. It comes with lemon yellow, cad red, permanent rose, dioxine purple, ultramarine, sap green and Chinese white. It also has 4 handy empty cells to allow you to either mix your own shades or add your own half pans. For this first shade, I am mixing predominantly yellow ochre with a small squeeze of opera rose, a touch of Winsor Red Deep and a blob of Rose d'Or. I'm using my list as a subtle guide, not perfectly following it. To mix my watercolour concoction, I like to use a silicone colour shaper rather than a brush. It's like using a spatula to mix a dish. I feel like it does a good job and wastes less watercolour. Now for the most important swatch test. Will my mix be any good? Only time will tell, since you only see its true colours once it's dry. That looks like a good fake tan colour. I'm a fan of giving my art a ruddy complexion. I want my ladies to look stunningly beautiful, of course, but in an earthy, robust way, with nature showing in their cheeks. I want to capture a complexion ravaged by the elements. I don't like pure, unadulterated alabaster. I want to see real life burnished in ochre and reds. I want to see the sun's kiss, wind burns, and mottled cold. This next shade is predominantly raw sienna and burnt sienna with a good hint of Winsor Deep Red. Now for the swatch test. Will it be any good? I want it to look like sun-kissed tanned cheeks. That turned out so rich and rosy. It will be useful for cheeks and lips. I'm so happy. Cheeks and lips. Burnt umber. Burnt umber. Raw umber. Raw umber. Oh, no, burnt umber. Did I not get burnt umber? Burnt sienna, raw sienna, raw sienna, raw umber, burnt sienna. Oh dear. No burnt umber. Okay, raw umber it is. Hard luck. So it's burnt umber, raw umber. A bit of that. Blue. This next shade is raw umber, ultramarine blue, violet, yellow ochre, and neutral tint. Oopsie. Violet. This is for darker, cooler skin tones, also useful for shade and subtle shadows. Ochre. And since we've not got burnt, I'll put some neutral tinting. There we go. Oh, that's good. Now for the swatch test. Will it be good? Oh, that's a beautifully cool tone. Nice. The next shade is Cobalt Blue, Opera Rose and Rose d'Or. And Subtle Shadows, Cobalt Blue, Rose Red. We've got Opera Rose here. Some of my tubes are tiny with very little left in them. But a little can go a long way, and I don't like to waste a single drop. Rose. Now for the swatch test. Will it be any good? Oh, nice. Perfect. Now, some basics. Yes, I am thinking out loud with a paintbrush in my mouth. Raw sienna. Oh, oopsie. That is just biro on my hand. I quite often draw on myself. These next 4 shades have burnt sienna as a base. Touch of red. And crimson. Have I got a lemon yellow? Dear, no. Oh no, no more lemon yellow. Pretty. The last 2 shades are blue and then violet. Now for the swatch test. Let's see if they're any good.